stream start? It did. Okay, let me turn off. Okay, so Flashdriver is in my party, so he may hear him in the back. Oh fuck! I really gotta look at the e-handbook. Okay. Truth bullets. How many truth bullets do I have? Probably a lot. 2 victims this time. Ibuki Miyoda and Hanako Sun. Ibuki Miyoda, cause of death was crushed windpipe as a result of choking. Death was blood loss. How is your death instant from a slice to the throat? Was she knocked out beforehand? The rope for hanging. For Mikon, there's no doubt that this... Okay. The key to the motel room was Hyoko. Wait, they were separated? She apparently met up with Fuyahiko. Fuyahiko and Mikon were only separated for a short time, but how short? Monami tote bag. Tab 4. Okay, a Monami tote bag that was sold. Could it be Mikon? And she could have told Ibuki to go kill Yoko. No, but there's no way. Fuck, I'm worried. Alright, when she rushed out of the hospital. Oh, but how? How'd she get down? I mean, how would she have orchestrated such a plan on like 2 hours of sleep? Oh, shit. Fuck it, let's just start it. I'm sure I don't memorize the things too well, but there's no time. Well, there is plenty of time, but fuck it.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened. And that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh well, who cares about this boring explanation? Let's get on with it already!
I don't mind starting the trial, but I don't really have a grasp of how the case played out. You know, because I was asleep the whole time.
Even if you do grasp it, you're just gonna confuse the heck out of us, aren't you?
But Nagito's not alone. I don't really get it either.
You're fine. Your head's empty anyway.
Empty head? Huh. What's wrong with that? Listen up! The emptier your head, the more dreams you can stuff inside it, you know?
Anyway, we shouldn't proceed with the trial if those two can't participate in the arguments. Since he's the first witness, why don't we ask Hajime to explain the incident and the sequence of events?
Then, let's start with when we split into the hospital team and motel team because of the despair disease. The hospital team consisted of Nagito, Ibuki, and Akane, who were infected, and Mikan, Fuyuhiko, and me.
The other 5 in the motel team were myself, Gundam, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Hyoko.
Spending the night at the hospital was prohibited, so Hajime and I had to sleep at our cottages.
I woke up at my cottage on the day the incident happened. Mikan came by to wake me up and told me that Nagito had recovered from his symptoms. We immediately headed over to the hospital, and after we confirmed his recovery, I made Mikan rest in the on-call room, since she hadn't slept all night, while I waited in the hospital lobby. And then, I saw the incoming signal light on the surveillance camera blinking before our scheduled time. When I pressed the button to turn on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a video of someone wearing a hospital gown and a hemp bag on their head, climbing a stepladder. Amazing! That's such a heart-pounding story! And then what did you do, Hajime? I tried to stop them, of course. I rushed out of the hospital and ran to where the video was being recorded, the music venue. But it was too late. By the time I arrived, the person wearing the hemp bag on their head was already hanging from the ceiling. I thought I should tell the others right away, so I headed to the motel.
Why the motel?
Because it was close to the music venue, and unlike the hospital, there were more able-bodied people there. At least, that's what I thought. But the only person who came with me was Chiaki.
But I remember feeling a little relieved because not long after, we met up with Mikan and Fuyuhiko.
We were also looking for Ibuki since she disappeared from our sight.
After I rested for a bit, I started counting everyone at the hospital, and then I noticed Ibuki was gone. So I sprinted out of the hospital. Coincidentally, I ran into Fuyuhiko. So I pled with him in various ways to see if he could help me out.
Various ways?
Don't say it like that and confuse people.
After I heard from those two that Ibuki disappeared, I had a feeling she was the person wearing the hemp bag. So I immediately led them to the music venue.
But the door wouldn't open. Since we had no other option, the 4 of us broke down the door. And when that happened, we didn't just find Ibuki's body. We also found Hyoko's, and not just that. Her body was taped to a pillar.
That's when we heard the body discovery announcement. Not once, but twice in a row.
And so We decided to lower the hanged body, didn't we?
When we removed the hemp bag, just as we feared, it was Ibuki.
So that's how the case played out. Thank you. I understood it very easily.
Well, it's clear what the problem with this case is. When Hajime left the music venue, who...
Wait, how do I know anything Hajime just said is true? Sorry, I'm only being impartial right now. And the story I just heard is clearly suspicious. Hajime, if you're the only one who saw the hanging video, and the first one to discover Ibuki's body, then you could be lying as much as you want right now, right?
Lie? Why would I lie?
Obviously. So you could make us ignore what might be an inconvenient truth for you.
Do you doubt me?
If you're not lying, I would like you to prove it. Come on, try to prove it to me. Prove you're not the killer.
Oh, fuck. I think it's the movie Invitation.
Hajime's testimony is clearly suspicious.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie means it probably is Hajime's fault.
Okay.
Hajime's testimony is clear.
If Hajime's testimony is a lie, then the fact that Ibuki hung herself...
That would also be a lie.
I don't think I can deny that possibility. After all, Hajime is the only witness.
Why would Hajime lie?
Well, obviously, because he's the killer.
Did Hajime kill both of them?
The fact that the bodies were imitating the movie. No, that's wrong!
I'm not the killer! I mean, there's no way I'd be able to imitate that movie.
Of course you're not. I already knew that.
Huh?
Before the incident, Hajime had never watched that movie. His invitation ticket is proof of that. Each person only received one ticket, and they're marked with a stamp that shows the date and time. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
Yes, no mistakes there.
Which means there's no way Hajime, who never saw the movie, could commit murders that imitated it. Or did anyone tell him what happens in the movie? Of course no one did, right?
Hold on a sec! You're the one who brought this up in the first place!
Nagito, what are you doing?
Well, since we're opening with your witness testimony, I thought we should solidify the foundation. It also provides a good warm-up.
What warm-up? This isn't a game, you know.
Don't get mad. I just think warming up is really important. Especially since this isn't a game.
What a waste of time. Well, I knew it would turn out like this anyway.
Now then, since we know Hajime's testimony is reliable, let us move on to the arguments.
So this means Ibuki definitely climbed the stepladder all by herself, right?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Then that seals it! Ibuki committed suicide!
If Ibuki committed suicide, then who killed Hiyoko?
A murder coincidentally occurring in the same place as a suicide ain't possible, huh?
Like I said before, it's pretty clear what the problem with this case is. The killer murdered Hiyoko while Hajime was gone, so all we gotta do is establish who could have possibly done that.
Then let's ask Hajime. How long would you say you were away from the music venue?
I couldn't have been gone for more than 10 minutes.
So they killed Hiyoko and taped her up within 10 minutes? There's no way that's possible.
That's why the killer stalled for time by making the music venue a closed room.
What do you mean, a closed room?
The killer blocked the venue door from the inside to try and keep us from entering right away.
However, that door is the only entrance to the music venue, right? If they blocked the door from the inside, the killer would not have been able to leave either.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Which means, when we broke down the venue door, the killer was still inside.
They were?
If that's the case, the only suspicious people are those who don't have an alibi for that time. And that's you two, Sonia and Kazuichi.
Me too?
What the hell? Why's it gotta be us?
The others all have alibis. Chiaki, Nikon, Hajime, and I all broke down the venue door together. Gundam met up with Hajime at the motel right before that. And if Akane and Nagito were laid up in the hospital, the only person that leaves is one of you.
There's another person who doesn't have an alibi. You know, Nekomaru. Me too!
Hey, why are you talking like... Huh? You're kidding, right?
Please stop making bad jokes.
Anyway, if the killer was hiding inside the venue, we should obviously doubt the people who don't have alibis.
What a wicked way of backing us into a wall. Is this his professional skill?
Oh. I'm gonna think it's scrap of fake paper.
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
How did they lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door. By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed over.
I have seen this in serial crime dramas.
Oh, shit. Okay. So I'm not agreeing with anyone. Mark
The
contradicts
killer was still
proof.
inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside, they tried to keep us from getting in.
Makes sense.
It seems they were trying to stall for time.
That makes
How did they
sense.
lock the door? That door should not have had a lock.
The lock was on the floor in front of the door.
Are you talking about the broken drumstick?
You can use that as a bolt to lock the door.
Yeah, you can.
By doing that, the killer who was hiding inside waited till we gathered together and suddenly appeared.
So they look like they had just rushed...
I have seen this in serial
Oh,
crime
okay,
dramas.
so I have three options here. It's locked door, stalling for time, and...
The killer was still inside the music venue. By locking the door from the inside.
Oh, shit.
No, that's wrong.
But how does that explain the stick?
Hang on a sec. There's also a possibility that the door was locked from the outside.
From the outside? How?
There's a semi-transparent glob stuck to the venue door. Maybe that's what they used.
Semi-transparent glob. Like rubber, maybe?
Glue?
I see!
Yeah, glue.
That semi-transparent glob must have been glue.
Glue?
Yeah, I think so too. It had a firm, gel-like chewiness. And I could smell workshop chemicals the moment I put it in my mouth.
I don't know why you'd ever just decide that you were gonna eat it.
I'm certain it was glue.
I didn't know glue was edible.
I believe it is not something one typically eats.
Because it's not.
That glue was only applied to the areas where both doors touched. By pouring it in the gaps of the closed door, they must have sealed the venue door from the outside.
And thanks to that, a glob of glue was left where the door was stuck.
So
Yep,
what about the
it
broken
fits perfectly.
drumstick?
But if you just stick them together with glue, you'd be able to break down the door easily, you know? That doesn't really matter. The killer only did that to make us think the door was locked from the inside.
What'd you say?
First of all, didn't that drumstick we found seem really obvious? Almost unnaturally so? It was so obvious that it makes more sense to think the
I
killer
mean,
placed it
if
as
you
a
broke it
diversion.
down and it was on a door, I'm sure you'd find
Are you
it.
saying the drumstick was a trap the killer set on purpose? Then I totally fell for that fucking trap.
Apologize to Miss Sonia and me. However, you're not allowed to slice open your stomach this time.
In a quarrel, both sides are to blame. That's why it's better to just have no sides at all.
So,
Thank you, Monami.
during the 10 minutes Hajime left the venue, the killer murdered Hiyoko and created a closed space?
And they also taped her up after killing her, right?
Even quick work has limits.
Oh, what unimaginable speed for a slowpoke like me.
Yo, Mikon, that's kind of a sus statement.
They couldn't have done it while Hajime was away from the venue. They must have done it earlier than that.
But when Hajime got to the venue, only Ibuki's body was there, right?
And when you went back with everyone else, Hiyoko's body was there too, right? But it's possible that the body was just revealed at that time.
Yeah.
When Hiyoko was actually killed earlier.
Just revealed?
Of course, the body wasn't revealed on its own.
So the killer still
did
had to
that
sneak in.
too. Here, I have proof.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's the wallpaper. It was the same as the one Hiyoko was strapped on.
That's right, but just what is this scrap anyway?
Wallpaper? Come on. W-A-L-L-P-A-P-E-R. Wallpaper. Yep, that seems to hold up. I'm gonna need an A. These P's are gonna come in. Fuck. W P. Is that an A? Yes, there is. L. Oh shit. P. Fuck. Shit's coming crashing down right now. Stop. E and then an R. Oh fuck, I wasn't able to grab that. Whew! Man, concentration comes in clutch.
Scrap. Isn't it part of the wallpaper in the storage room? In the music venue storage room, there should have been black wallpaper that's the same color as that scrap. There was also a tear along the edge of the wallpaper, wasn't there?
If so, you're right. You overlay the scrap that was caught on the lighting with the tear in the wallpaper. See? It fits perfectly.
Fits, yeah. But why only that piece?
I see. So the scrap that was caught on the baton lighting was originally part of the wallpaper.
And what's wrong with that? Does it have something to do with Hiyoko's body disappearing?
Yeah, I
A
imagine
mere
they wrapped the
nobody
whole
like
thing.
me isn't important enough. But if you guys were exceptional enough to identify...
I'm thinking it was wrapped. I don't really think I need a logic die for this. Is it circled again? No, it's, okay. That's right. Fuck. Guessing I don't have concentration on this, do I? that's a huge problem. Why did Hyoko's body was hidden? Let's go. Save that time. I don't know if I'm supposed to jump over those or not, so I'm gonna just do it anyways. Woo! What did the killer use? The wallpaper. The curtain's behind. Seems like I was correct. Oh shit. Oh my. This is getting kind of difficult. How did the killer hide her body with the wallpaper? They covered the pillar. Come on, be right, be right! Yes! Totally right. It was hidden in the wallpaper that covered the pillar.
It's all coming together!
Whew.
Got it! Hyoko's body was hidden before we found it.
But it would have taken quite a long time to tape up a hidden body.
No, the body was already taped up and the killer hid it, along with the pillar using the wallpaper.
That wouldn't make sense just to hide it and then just immediately uncover it.
What? They hid the pillar?
Yeah, by wrapping the wallpaper around the pillar, the killer was able to create a slightly larger pillar. So when I first discovered Ibuki's body, Hyoko's body was already there.
You never really would have noticed that upon first inspection.
However, because it was concealed within a slightly larger pillar, I didn't realize that at the time.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, it makes sense that you'd notice Ibuki's body right away.
So they used the baton lighting on the ceiling to hang the wallpaper?
The baton lighting forms a perfect circle around the pillar, so using it to hang the wallpaper totally fits.
Then, the reason the wallpaper was covered in so many stickers was to make it look like that pillar.
That's how they hid Hyoko's body, and then peeled off the wallpaper as soon as I left the music video.
Oh fuck, that
But
seems
the
like
killer
something
made a
Nikon could do.
mistake. They accidentally
Plus if
ripped
a
off
slit
piece
to the
of
throat
wallpaper.
minimize bleeding and an instant death, I mean that's
And
something like a
because of
nurse would
that,
know.
a scrap was left on the baton lighting.
The killer must have been in a hurry. If their plan took too long, Hajime could have walked in on it.
But going to the trouble of hiding the body and the pillar is very bold and risky.
But the crime itself would be much easier to pull off since they don't have much to do while Hajime's gone. They just have to peel off that wallpaper and stash it in the storage room. It's not that big of a deal.
Then, when was Hyoko actually killed?
Good point. And on that note, it's about time we shed some light on those imitation murders.
You mentioned
Are you kidding me? You haven't seen my masterpiece?
The Wizard among me.
Hey, don't put my likeness in your movies without my permission.
You're pretty noisy for someone who eats mothballs.
I don't eat mothballs. I just enjoy looking at them. I knew it. There are so many similarities. It must have been intentional.
Ibuki's death by hanging matches the Scarecrow's death from the movie. Not just that, but Hyoko getting taped up after her death matches the lion's death.
It's as if both crimes were replicas of scenes from the movie, although the mutilated Tin Man was omitted.
But why did the killer go to all this trouble in the first place?
Based on what we know, the reason the killer chose these imitations isn't that difficult to figure out.
I see!
Ah,
The reason the killer imitated two of the murders from the movie was so he'd mix up the killing order.
Then... Hiyoko was actually killed before Ibuki?
A valid line of reasoning.
Yeah, it's valid. The condition of Ibuki's body suggests that as well.
What do you mean? If you're going to cry and beg like that, then I guess I'll hear about the condition of Ibuki's body.
I'm not even crying.
I'll let you sob as much as you want later. Just hurry up and tell me before I change my mind.
What a jerk!
Oh, I see. You want me to explain it to you, right? Because you don't understand what I'm saying, right?
An even bigger jerk?
Look, Ibuki died because she hanged herself, right? That means when she was still alive, her feet were touching the floor.
What's wrong with that?
But it seems Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was killed.
So that doesn't mean Hiyoko had to. Someone could have just ordered Hiyoko to kill her and then just...
That would mean Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki.
How light. Your words are so light as the sylph's feather. Your opponent is out of your league. It is too absurd to try to perplex me so inadequately.
Man, he's being annoying again.
First and foremost, you claim Ibuki's feet were touching the floor when Hiyoko was killed. How can a low-class creature with no psychic abilities like you know something like that?
Because she was doing something that's only possible if her feet were on the floor.
It seems you suffer from...
You're one to talk.
When Hiyoko died,
so the step blood or blood on the stool?
Ibuki's feet were on the floor.
I am telling you to present your evidence.
Did you see her walking?
If her feet were on the floor, was there any sign she stepped on something?
There we
I
go.
agree with that. Just as Sonia said, Ibuki stepped on something. That something was blood.
It's blood, yeah, plus there's a
stains
faint...
on the soles of her slippers.
faint blood marks on the floor looking
That
like
is
they were
not
bleeding.
Ibuki's blood, right? She suffered no external injuries.
Then it's Hiyoko's blood!
Hiyoko's only wound was a fatal slice on her neck. And she died almost instantly, right?
If Ibuki stepped on her blood...
It means Ibuki was still standing when Hiyoko was mortally wounded. Which means Ibuki was still alive at the exact moment Hiyoko was killed.
Don't underestimate the power of the evil eye!
God, Gundam. Man.
Is that it? A shepherd dressed in his Sunday's finest still reeks of lamb, Hajime Hinata.
Does that mean you have a rebuttal?
Does that mean you have a rebuttal? It's a good line. But, are you sure you're sure? If I show you how serious I am, you're so frightened you can't even make a sound.
God, this
It
guy.
seems you've realized our difference in status. However, the time for conviction starts now. You better
Okay.
entertain me to the fullest.
Don't drop one of those hamsters. Hamsters.
You're saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no blood on the floor.
Oh, that's not true.
You can't step on blood that was never there. Just about. Did you see a nice nightmare?
As long as Ibuki's body has no open wounds, there's no doubt that that blood is Hiyoko's.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet. You should feel it's been nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Oh, damn.
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar, yes. But it's possible that the pillar still had blood on it. However, you cannot step on the pillar with your feet.
Oh.
You should feel proud of yourself.
Need to get pushed back
It's
on
been
purpose.
nearly 3 years since I've had to use 60% of my power.
Oh, I get pushed back.
Come man, move.
Man.
Look,
Hiyoko was taped to the pillar,
So
yes.
what's up?
so long.
But it's
Because
possible that the pillar, however,
Having a graduation party earlier than
3
later.
years since I've had to
But
use
it's for-
60% of my.
Damn it!
Like, kind
You're
of.
saying the blood on Ibuki's feet belonged to Hiyoko? Ha! Impossible! Try to remember the crime scene. There was no
nothing else.
blood on the floor.
Allow me to cut through those
That's in
words!
the past. But it all happened. It doesn't matter anymore.
That's not it.
Nothing
The
ever
reason
did.
there was no blood on the floor is because the killer wiped it away afterwards.
Also, Juan texted me back after 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he said
Don't
I would
say
kiss
such
you more when
foolish
we're
things.
hanging out.
You don't have proof of that at all.
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Close. There's a streak on the floor where blood was wiped away.
When the killer tried to hide Hyoko's body, they probably cleaned the blood at the same time, but Ibuki must have already stepped in it, and the killer probably didn't even realize it.
The reason they wiped off the blood on the floor was so they'd mix up the order of the murders, right? Even if they're able to hide Hyoko's body, it'd be bad if her blood was left out in the open.
Plus, Ibuki's body was left out in the open,
So as I was
and it
saying,
wasn't
I've
bleeding
been
from any
making
open
balloons,
wounds at all.
so that's what I'm gonna have to go redo again.
Hyoko's body
Oh,
was
okay, good
probably
luck with
wrapped
the
in duct tape to
balloons.
stop her bleeding.
I'm faring pretty well on this class trial.
You're failing pretty well?
I'm
bleeding
faring.
stopped
I'm
once
doing
the
pretty
heart
good.
stopped
Oh, I
beating.
think
So I don't think they had to go that far.
crash kid.
Aside from Nikon, none of us were aware of that fact, so the killer probably did not know it either.
I need help, I'm failing on my
Fever was running inside the music venue so it would screw with Nikon's autopsy?
That's right! I didn't know the time of death because of the fever!
The time of death wasn't mentioned in the Monokuma file just to keep concrete evidence from us.
Yep. Since we have all this evidence, there's no one else who wants to object, right? Then it's decided. Hyoko was killed before Ibuki.
It appears that it is wiser to retreat for now. Fine then. But regardless of good or evil, there's no deceit in upholding one's convictions.
Can't you just shut up and back off?
Now then, let us resume our debate.
Wait a sec. There's something I want to run by Monokuma first.
Huh? Again? Didn't something like this happen last time, too?
Hey, if the victim actually committed suicide, what are we supposed to do?
The same as always. You have to vote for who the killer is. Think about it. A suicide means you've killed the most important existence of all, yourself. Unfortunately, that means there's no Blackened to punish, but I guess in a pinch, I can always punish Monami.
Why me?
Nagito, what do you mean? If the victim actually committed suicide?
Well, I mean, I understand Hyoko's death, but I'm wondering if Ibuki was really murdered. For example, it's possible Ibuki killed Hyoko, and then committed suicide due to a guilty conscience, right?
That's totally impossible! Then she never would have killed her to begin with!
She was afflicted by the despair disease, remember? That means anything can happen.
But if Ibuki's the killer, she wouldn't have been able to falsify the sequence of the murders, right? After Hajime saw the hanged body, the sudden appearance of Hyoko's body soon after means the killer had to be alive at that time.
Then she was alive! When Hajime first discovered Ibuki, she was just pretending to be dead. If she waited until Hajime left, that's when she could have made her move and mess with the crime scene.
She hanged herself, remember? There's no fucking way she could have faked that!
And if she was going to fake her death, I think she wouldn't have chosen hanging. Her body would have been defenseless in that state. If anyone touched her, that alone would have ruined her plan.
I see. So that means there's no doubt that someone killed those two. I'm glad. Now I'm free to search for the killer.
Oh my. Hi, Cooper. Hi.
What the heck?
There's still one more issue on my mind. If
One more?
Ibuki didn't commit suicide, Just what was that video Hajime saw?
He's got a point.
According to that video you saw, Ibuki was by herself when she climbed the stepladder, right? Then does that mean someone forced her to do it?
Forced? Perhaps they used hypnotism or something?
Rude.
I don't know anything about that.
Don't say it all proud.
Putting that aside, it seems obvious that the killer did something. So, maybe we should figure out who was able to do whatever that was.
I don't know, Mikon, you're acting kind of suspicious right now.
An alibi. Then our plan is to destroy the weakest alibi. Since Hajime has seen the video, it is clear what time the crime took place.
My dog is casually searching for trash right now. Always interrupts in the middle of a class trial, huh? Okay.
But just to be sure, that surveillance camera doesn't have a record function, right?
It's a cheap-ass surveillance camera, you know? There's no way it'd have some kind of sweet recording feature.
Then, the video Hajime saw was actually live?
What time did Hajime see that video?
Just a
Saw it
little
at the
before.
hospital, right before Monokuma's morning announcement, and I saw the body at the music venue a little after Monokuma's announcement.
So Ibuki hanged herself right before Monokuma's announcement. And since we established that Hiyoko was killed before Ibuki, that means the time that the murders occurred was before and during the announcement.
Then, we just have to find the person who doesn't have an alibi during that time?
Now then, I shall issue my decree. Let Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi commence.
Okay. Mikon's account, Hiko's account. Sonia's account was
We can
a couple
exclude the
days
sick
before.
people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then Operation Destroy the Weakest Alibi has
Is
failed.
it true? People have alibi?
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi.
What about you guys?
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's
Makes
not
sense.
an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi, then
No?
Crap! We
Okay,
can exclude the
Hiko's
sick
account.
people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement, I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think
Okay, let me look at the accounts. So Sonia's accounts was a couple days before, right? That had to have been a day before at least.
everyone at the motel was doing that.
So everyone who stayed at the motel, what about you guys? I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
Crap!
Fuck, what the hell? Wait, I thought Mikon said, oh, you know what? Right up until the Makuma announcement. What? Oh, fuck. There's always that one question. Man. There's really always just that one question. It's really upsetting. So Mikon is, she was with, how do you know? Fuyuhiko is, they met at the hospital. Cooper, stop. Sonya's account is before. Why am I on the Wizard of Monument? Me too, Les, me too.
Shut up, I'm trying to copyright you.
Myself, I'm trying to figure out whose alibi is right here.
We can exclude the sick people like me and Akane, right?
And what about the others?
Right before the morning announcement.
Okay, buddy.
I was totally sleeping in my motel room.
I think everyone at the motel was doing that.
Force attraction at this point.
So everyone who stayed at the motel doesn't have an alibi. What about you guys?
Exactly.
I was where I was supposed to be, my own cottage.
That's not an alibi.
Aside from those afflicted by the disease, if nobody has an alibi...
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Hello?
Well, hello?
Are you streaming?
I am. I've been streaming.
In fact, Mikon and I both have alibis.
You two have alibis?
Up until I saw that hanging video, Mikon and I were actually together for a while.
Hello?
Woke up together that morning.
Hey, what kind of situation is that?
No, I don't know what you're saying. You sound like you're a mile away from your mic.
Are you streaming?
I am.
Yeah, it's not like that. She just came to tell me Nagato's condition had improved.
And we went to the hospital together afterward.
I am streaming.
Before the announcement.
I get it. You guys have alibis.
If that's the case, the killer must be someone else.
I'm
It's
just
better
making
if we think
sure.
about it like
Yeah.
that. The killer decided to falsify the murder sequence to hide the actual time of
Yeah.
the crime anyway.
So it's inevitable that an alibi
Happy
for both
birthday.
before
Yeah.
and during
Oh,
the
thanks,
morning
man.
announcement would be very important.
Yeah.
My birthday?
Yeah, it is your birthday, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. How old am I?
24.
Oh,
It
dude,
feels
nice.
like
I'm like
Operation
legal in
Destroy the
22
Weakest
states.
alibi has backed us into a corner instead.
But committing an imitation murder, is that really all it was? Faking the time the crime occurred by falsifying the murder sequence, hiding their alibi in the process? Was that the only reason the killer made both bodies imitate the movie?
Are you saying there was another reason?
I feel really bad for confusing you guys so much, but that's how I feel. I think the killer had a completely different reason for
I totally
falsifying the
made
murder
the second
sequence.
Huh?
I didn't get much sleep last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. The class trial just suspended?
Hiya!
Oh, shut up. I'm talking about my phone.
Stop it!
No, bro, you shut up.
Oh, you shut up, fuck.
You shut up. Use your outdoor voice. See, you're like on a level 1 right now. I need you to bring it up. My, oh my.
Oh god. I just coughed so hard, like, fucking phlegm came out of my throat flying like a rocket and it went on my PS4.
Oh, that's nasty.
Bro, I just picked it up with my finger. Do you wanna taste?
Bruh.
Is that a no?
Bruh.
You really are not answering.
Yeah.
What a disappointment.
I know I'm not. Look, bro, I'm saving my current progress. The class trial reopened, bro.
I'm Monami. Once again, I've been put in such an unreasonable situation. Seriously, he's like the king of unreasonableness. Why did it turn out like this?
Yeah, I agree, bro. I can't hear you.
Friendly school trip,
You're really not
but
here.
it turned out all bloody
barely.
instead.
Really?
No,
just sound really
this
quiet.
definitely cannot be allowed. That's why I want you to remember this. Everyone, do your very best. Don't lose to yourself.
Ah!
Don't forget to save frequently.
Fuck up. Can you maybe not? Can you better?
A little. It's not like that much better, though.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Suddenly got quiet in here. Did I confuse you? So,
Man.
if that's the case, it would have been just dandy if they had gone ahead and... If that happened, the invitation would have been perfect.
Well, it's against the law to kill people in the first place.
That rule is too harsh. I could get killed because of
Oh,
that.
do you?
Seriously, just shut up already!
How does the garbage disposal feel?
But I'm thinking about it again, and
Harassed.
he's totally right. It feels incomplete.
Because he didn't kill
Harassed?
3 people like the movie did?
This is pretty much the moment where I start canceling your
It's
content.
not just that.
Oh,
Remember
I
when
see.
Come on. Try to remember the content of the movie. About the lion that
You know,
got killed second.
You can
That's
see,
the
but you
one
know who can't
Hyoko's
see.
body was imitating, right?
Even though we're calling
People
it
who
an
are not on the
imitation,
stream.
the lion was actually
Yep.
But Hyoko's body was suspended by common household
Wait,
duct
did you
tape.
tell me to shut up?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe they just used a common substitute. It's difficult to imitate
I can help you.
arrows. Well, that's probably it, but... Complete. If falsifying the murder sequence was the killer's plan from the very beginning, they should have taken steps to properly imitate it.
But if we never realized it was a half-assed imitation, their entire plan would have been completely useless.
You should show your stream my awesome building.
What are you trying to say?
Oh,
are
yeah?
you saying the imitation wasn't
Yeah,
planned?
you know the 5 people
saying-
watching it.
Hyoko's murder wasn't.
What?
I don't know what you're saying.
I understand that imitation wasn't enough, but
Are these the class trials?
to the suction? It's
Class
not just
trial,
the
yep.
imitation. There are also
Why do you
other
sound
things
like that?
details.
Because I sound like that, bro.
Like,
Why do you
for
look like
example,
that?
why did Hyoko go to the music venue?
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Really
you're saying the
question mark,
truth behind
something to you,
Hyoko? I have no
idiot.
freaking clue what you're trying to say.
However, this is getting quite interesting. My 4 dark devas of destruction are getting
Listen, whatever you're saying, it is going unnoticed.
I'm not saying anything. Am I really that low?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that too, and me concentrating, it's like not helping you in the slightest.
Alright, okay. Did I sound low this entire time talking to you?
Sorta. I mean, even when you screamed, it wasn't that loud.
Really?
The killer
Yeah.
summoned her.
If that's not it.
I mean, like, I could tell, like, it was ear rape, but it just wasn't loud enough to, like, actually...
No, yeah, to actually, you know,
No, maybe.
I don't want to say the word,
She
but
went of
yeah.
her own free
I'll be
will.
right back.
She was guided by the will of causality.
Why did Hyoko go to the music venue? There's no way we'd know that!
Maybe the killer summoned her.
If that's not it.
What? The killer.
Hello?
Maybe she got abducted by the
Hi?
Do you hear me better?
Yeah, a little.
She went
So-
of her own free will.
I agree with that.
Just slightly louder. I'd say it's about like a volume level or two louder than it was.
It's just as
Frankly,
Sonia
I think
said.
that might be
She went
just
to the
you,
music
kid.
venue of her own free will.
No, I mean, like, game sounds pretty loud.
You probably have a game audio louder than.
I actually have party audio louder. I just turned on my volume though. Yeah, but you sound a lot better now.
So, exactly as I assumed.
Fake sound though.
Ah!
If no one called for her, then why did she go?
Yoko locked herself in her room because she was being overly cautious of the despair disease, you know? I don't think a person like that would leave their room just because someone called for them.
There's no way she got abducted?
Kyoko locked the room she was staying in before she went out.
If she was forcibly taken from her room, there's no way she would have had time to lock it.
The killer could have locked her door, right? Just to hide the fact Hiyoko got abducted.
No, that's not true.
Then they couldn't have hidden her room key that deep in her kimono. They would have put it somewhere more obvious. Otherwise, there's no point in messing with the crime scene if nobody finds the key. At the time, you were the one who actually took out the key, right?
Bro, I
And
don't. Not
something like
anymore.
that-
When I was a youngin', such as yourself, I used to Fortnite.
I won't lose.
Alright, Arthur, then what happened?
It got boring.
My gut was wrong.
No.
My first and last
So
highlight
simple.
of the day.
It just
Why
got
won't
bored.
you just let me shine already?
God, truer words have never been spoken.
Ah! Enough with your fancy talk. I'll shut you up right now.
You think it's funny, don't you, little shit?
I do think it's hilarious.
You're so loud.
Hiyoko
Dude, why
was
do you
locked
smell
inside
like
her
that?
room, right? She definitely got abducted or something. The killer forced their way into Hiyoko's room.
cringe, man.
Forcibly abducted
what's up?
her. The girl is so small and weak looking. And that's why the killer targeted her.
I can't back down!
Fucking dumbass. Can I help you? Why
No.
did you
Yuko's
do
room
that?
was locked.
Okay.
The key was deep inside her kimono, remember?
Someone,
It's more likely that
for
Hiyoko
someone
locked
who's
the
never
door
seen
herself.
his face, you're kind of a dick.
The killer was the one who locked the door.
I don't know
So
where I
what
was
if the
going
key
with
was in
that,
her
but fuck
kimono?
you.
Maybe the killer just put it there later.
I can't back down! There's no reason for the killer to put the key in Hyoko's kimono. The killer probably didn't realize she even
I'm
had the key.
okay, bitch, fact
Hold on.
this.
Try remembering
I
Hiyoko's
need help,
body.
I'm failing
The
all my
kimono was all messed
classes.
up.
You want me to get rid of all your ad revenue?
Bro!
What?
Hold on.
Jesus,
Try
what?
remembering the
Whoa, what's
kimono
wrong?
was all messed up.
He's like, Monday.
There's
¿Qué
only one
pasó?
reason her kimono would be that messed up. She fought the killer.
Suck it.
Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to say.
Hyoko's kimono was messed up was because she wasn't able to properly wear it.
That was louder than I hoped it to be.
Really? You don't say. Might have
Yeah,
been a
so
witness.
I made a cut and it was the wrong one, but it was the right blade, so I was just very confused. And so I screeched like that as a form of my confusion.
What is it? Wait, you cut yourself with a blade?
No, I fought a rebuttal, bro.
Yeah, it's also the reason why she decided
What?
to go out on her own.
What?
Rebuttal.
Yoko seemed to be really
But-
struggling with wearing her
But-
What's a
kimono.
rebuttal?
When you're like, the grass is blue, and someone's like, no, that's wrong. It's actually green. And you're like, oh, damn, that's a rebuttal. I believe.
Well, wouldn't that
I
just be an
believe
argument?
that was one of the reasons she locked herself
No,
in her
the
room.
argument is between if the grass is green or blue.
That
But
is
the
why I
grass is
informed
green
her.
though.
Grass is green, yeah.
I told her that there was a
So the
full-length
rebuttal would
mirror
be
at the music
correct.
venue, and I suggested that she
Kid,
use
do I
it.
look like your fucking Webster's dictionary? You think I know the answers?
No, of course not, because Webster's Dictionary could actually fucking answer it.
Shut up! I did answer you. I answered you twice, as a matter of
You
fact.
suck at explaining.
No!
Yeah, because every time you do, you always say if that makes sense. No,
I didn't
it
even
doesn't.
say if that makes sense on that one.
Oh, no, I'm talking about like a general.
Oh yeah, well in general, because normally when I give people my line of logic, if I don't say that makes sense, like they're just like, what are you talking about? So I have to like make sure they understand.
What are you talking about?
Bro, what are you talking about?
You smell like that.
Dude, I don't know. You just smell kind of bad. You know, I think I might just change my title. I might just end the stream and change the title because you're mean.
Yo, you could just go to your fucking YouTube on your laptop and change the title right there.
No, that's stupid.
Dumbass.
Why would I do that?
Boil me, burn me,
Kinda
take off
fucking-
my
I
clothes.
was about to
Do
say
whatever
a
you
bad
want to
boy
me.
word.
Hajime, now's your
But to
chance.
prove my
Make her
dominance of alpha
admit
male,
defeat. Or better yet, make her do a
I have
little
like 6 stacks of sand, Hayden. I'm a sandy
Then,
boy.
The killer
Call
probably
me
couldn't
Sandy
have assumed that
Cheeks.
Hiyoko would go to the music venue.
No.
Though that may not apply to Sonia,
That's
since
okay,
she
bitch.
provided
Fact
Hiyoko with
is-
that information.
Though I
need
knew she
help
would
on
go
failing
there,
all
there is
my
no way I could have
classes.
predicted when she would arrive.
Don't go doubting Miss Sonia, you cretin.
Saying that
I'll
for
put
no
you
reason.
and your hamster 6 feet under.
Kazuichi, it seems you have quite the fashion sense. Do you want me to incinerate your clothes? Perhaps I could...
Gundam, please stop! For his sake!
Huh? What do you mean, for my sake?
Of course! I've already overlooked no less than 10 opportunities...
Even if the killer couldn't predict it, why did Hiyoko get killed in the music venue?
That's a good
Only
question.
thing I can think of is, it was an unfortunate coincidence.
Coincidence?
When she went to the venue by herself, she was probably just unlucky and walked in on the crime scene.
She was killed so there wouldn't be any loose ends?
It probably happened when the killer was preparing to kill Ibuki. The killer most likely had already placed the hemp bag over her head. And without hesitation,
Should've just ran.
Killed Hiyoko.
because the killer used that coincidence for their crime, it made this case even trickier.
That's the reason they imitated the movie to falsify the murder sequence.
Which means that low-down scoundrel didn't plan on committing imitation murders at first.
Then what was the killer actually planning to do? They've been cunning this far. There's no way they'd kill Ibuki without a plan.
So do you have any ideas?
Damn, you don't know the most important part.
Hey Nagito, any ideas?
Hey, how long are you gonna stay quiet? Oh, am I allowed to speak? I'm so happy I'm getting goosebumps. Everyone actually needs help from scum like me.
So what do you think?
I was thinking about it while I had my mouth shut. But now I'm finally able to come to a conclusion. Ibuki definitely didn't commit suicide.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I thought there might be a possibility that she faked her death and tampered with the crime scene. But now I remember. There was blood on Ibuki's slippers. So if she faked her death and walked around the music venue tampering with the crime scene, there'd be bloody footprints left in various places throughout the venue. So that's why I think there's no way she faked her death. There's no way Ibuki committed suicide.
You know, we already finished talking about that a while ago.
Really? That's annoying. I guess I should just awkwardly... Are you freaking kidding me?
Wait.
There's no limit to how useless
No, but he's
you can
right
be.
though.
That's strange. It's very strange.
This is strange? What's strange?
Oh, on the stepladders.
I can prove it with this. If Ibuki used the stepladder to hang herself, it's strange that there weren't any footprints on it.
Huh? There weren't?
Yeah, that stepladder was completely clean. No footprints or bloodstains at all.
Besides the piece on the
You
left.
noticed such a small detail. How amazing! This is truly the talent of a chosen ultimate.
Fucking rat in my damn jacket.
Oh, nice, bro.
no,
You
that's
should
my
keep
dog.
it.
No, I never mind. It's my dog.
But didn't you
Oh.
say you saw that video of Ibuki climbing the stepladder? Then
What, are
I
you
think it
offended?
turned out that she really
No.
did
Good.
climb it.
Unless there was something funny about
That's
that
kind of
video.
wrong.
I
You should
see.
be offended.
So there was some kind of
Did
trickery
you know that
in
cobblestone
that
blocks?
video?
I mean,
But that's something
coal
only
blocks are
Hajime
more
would know,
effective than
since he's the only one who saw that video.
standard coal.
I mean, it makes sense to go through the effort to craft them.
Yeah, now, I actually need to go mining. I don't have anything. Probably gonna end up going mining. I only have one block of cobblestone. I mean, of stone.
Hajime,
I mean, of
leave
coal.
it in your
Shut up.
hands. As long as I leave this to you, I won't tell you to do your best, but
I have more
oh well.
netherite than I
you
have
should
coal.
get started already.
I'll
Nice.
definitely try.
Yeah, we don't have too much coal.
Yeah, I wanna go mining. I'm gonna take a break from all this construction. Duh. Dude, oh my shit's full, man.
Oh shit, there's no
I do.
blood. There's no blood on the stepladder at this angle.
I have 14 blocks of diamonds.
Here!
I'm rich. Dude, I have a full stack of diamond
That's right,
blocks.
I remember now. There was definitely something strange about that video.
Can we get a pog
Can
in
you
the chat?
explain it to us?
Pog.
What's strange is that stepladder I mentioned earlier. It's true that the steps of that stepladder weren't dirty, but on one side, there was a bloodstain, right on the left side of the
That I
stepladder.
could pass it.
However, that contradicts the video I saw at the hospital.
The mask is...
There weren't any bloodstains on the stepladder in the video. It was completely clean. That is truly strange. If the video showed the moment of Ibuki's death, then Hiyoko should have already been dead by
I
that
actually have a full stack of diamond
Even
iron
so,
blocks.
the fact is
I mean,
the stepladder
gold
had blood
blocks.
on it at the actual crime scene. The stepladder in the video was
Alright, well,
completely
I'll go
bloodless. There's no way the video was recorded in advance. If that's the case, the only thing I can think of is...
It's possible those two stepladders were completely different.
Wait, are you saying there were two stepladders?
But where would you find another stepladder? There was only one stepladder in the music video.
Then one of the stepladders was somewhere other than the music venue.
What do you mean?
Fuck me, Con. Oh no.
You're suggesting that the stepladder in the video isn't the only thing that's different.
More like
Am I right?
economic.
That's
What?
amazing, Chiaki.
Me too, bro.
All that gaming has given you incredible deduction skills. Is it okay to say that?
Like how you're having your own moment in that game, and I'm just saying
Random
stupid shit that I just come up with like more.
Sounds like when you just speak Spanish.
And this is kind of mean. That hurt my feelings. You should be cancelled for that. Hashtag cancel very salty frown. I'm tweeting that right now on my private channel.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Conference room. What's the difference between the video I saw and the actual crime scene?
Absolutely nothing.
Boy, what the fuck kind of question is that shit?
Why are you gonna be so loud?
I'm sorry, bro. I didn't mean to.
Oh no, you did. You knew exactly what you were
Maybe,
gonna do.
maybe I did. Maybe I did.
Oh, I know you
What are you
did.
gonna do about it?
Damn lie. Beat you.
Okay, F is the first one.
No, F is for friends who do stuff. Yeah,
That is
and
true.
U is for you. Are we friends?
Why?
Are we friends?
No. I've told you this many times.
Damn. Are we friends? No. I told you this many times. Motherfucker's
God, you
literally
stole.
sitting at a party with me. Okay, my non-friend. What do you want to do together?
Great question.
Fur, Big Fur, what do you want to do today? Hey Fur.
File? Phil?
Mm-hmm.
File?
Phil's a Minecraft dude.
Film? What? Film? What? A lot of names coming in. Filming. Filming. Oh, filming location.
Did you know it's easier to find diamonds in caves than it is strip mining? Yes.
That's crazy.
It really is. The reason is... I don't really know, to be honest. Hang on, my dad told me to go park it.
I went. Filming location. Wow.
That's right. Besides the stepladder, the filming location must have been different too.
What do you mean?
I mean, the video I saw was not filmed at the music venue. It was filmed somewhere else.
But the hospital monitor's supposed to display footage captured by the music venue camera, you know?
Then, there's a possibility that the killer also tampered with the surveillance camera unit.
That's alright, the mother came home. Speed on through. Oh! The monitor? Same as whatever was yellow, the camera. Okay. Did the killer tamper with the camera at the music video or the hospital? I'm gonna say the hospital. I mean, the one in the... I guess both. Fuck! It's the music venue. But how? Damn, I'm getting all these questions wrong. Ooh. What did the killer do with the camera from the music?
It's all coming together! That's it. The killer just brought the camera from the music venue. With it, they made me think it was a live feed from the venue, when it was actually from somewhere else.
Then only the monitor was left in the music venue?
Yes, at least when I first discovered Ibuki's body. But when Hyoko's body appeared, the killer probably put the camera back too.
That means you should have realized that from the start and made this easier on all of us.
He did discover the body. I doubt his attention was focused on the camera.
I thought I remember seeing...
That's true. In order to hide that the camera was missing, the killer did one more thing to the remaining monitor.
Smashed it.
I see! The killer smashed the monitor to pieces, destroying it. As long as it was in pieces, you wouldn't be able to tell if the camera was actually there or not. My attention was so focused on the body that even I couldn't have noticed something like that.
And the moment Hajime left the music venue, the killer put back the camera they took.
And they destroyed it and left that in pieces as well.
It's easy to say it was filmed somewhere else, but the surveillance camera's connection wasn't that strong.
Despite Kazuichi's desperate repair efforts, it seems it could not transmit from the hospital to the motel.
The fact that it was able to connect between the hospital and the music venue is amazing enough.
Conference room. Conference room. EF. Oh, I'm... I need an N and then I can use that F. These C's, I can just destroy them. On. That was fantastic. I need an R and an E. It's a lot of E's. I didn't need that many E's. It's E-N-C-E. N-C-E. Give me another R. Oh, I lost the other R. Oh, that's a lot of danger.
Got it!
Alright, let's go.
Possible that it was filmed at the hospital's conference room.
Huh? Conference room?
But the hospital and the music venue look completely different.
That's exactly why the killer did something to make those two places resemble each other.
The, drapes. Oh, man. Music venue curtain.
There's no way the conference room and the music venue look the same.
That's not true, the music venue curtain.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue?
Wait, what?
Damn it!
I mean, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
There's no way the conference and the music venue look.
Which place resembled the other? Did the conference room look like the music venue? Or did the music venue look like the conference room?
Oh, I didn't
Must be it.
realize that it was supposed to be like that. Looks like I just jumped the gun.
What the killer did was make the music venue, the crime scene, look like the conference room. They did that by using the black curtain hanging at the back of the stage.
From what I remember, there used to be a really flashy curtain. But after the incident, it somehow became a plain black curtain that didn't seem to be the right size.
That's right! It's so half-assed, just like Monami.
Damn.
Oh yeah? Well, your face looks stupid!
That curtain was hung so the music venue would look like the conference room?
In actuality, even though the curtain in the conference room doesn't stand out, it is a black light blocking curtain that's long enough to reach the floor.
I see. The conference room. Indeed, the floor of that room is the same color as the music venue stage. So the killer chose the conference room because they realized the floor matched.
Matching floors, matching curtains. I guess it makes sense you'd mistake the two.
But that's not all. There should be something else the killer did to tamper with the evidence. Probably.
Huh. No?
Crap!
Something else looked like the conference room?
I can prove it with this!
You're
Yeah.
referring to the candle in the music venue, right? In the video I saw, a candle was used for lighting. But if you think about it, it's pretty strange. The music venue has good lighting, so there's no reason to even use candlelight.
But wouldn't they have done it to make it feel creepier?
That might have been another reason, but the main reason was probably to tamper with evidence. The lighting in the conference room and the music venue are so different. They couldn't be used during filming. That's why the killer used a candle as film lighting instead.
Which means... Are you saying the candle in the music venue wasn't actually used?
That candle was likely placed there just to make me think it was the same candle that was used in the video.
Oh.
With candlelight, you can't see things in that much detail. Maybe they were going for that effect. With that cheap-ass camera, it won't capture much in a dark area.
As long as this all matches up, it should be no problem to say this is decided. The video I saw wasn't filmed at the music venue. It was actually filmed at the hospital conference room.
If I'd found proof that evidence in the conference room was altered, we would have reached an answer sooner. But it appears the killer already covered that up, so I didn't find anything when I went there.
But there's no mistake. That's the only place within the connection range of the surveillance camera.
The motel would have been too far, and the interior design of the movie theater is too distinctive.
But this must be a surprising turn of events for Hajime. You never suspected that the video you saw in the hospital was being filmed in the conference room.
The incident isn't happening at the scene of a crime. It's occurring in the conference room.
If Ibuki's hanging video was filmed at the hospital's conference room, then was Ibuki killed at the conference room too?
No, that's not possible. Right after Hajime saw that video, he discovered Ibuki's body at the music venue.
I see!
Yes.
The person wearing the hint bag in that video wasn't Ibuki. It was...
Oh, you know what? You can't get
killer
2 hint
pretending
bags.
to be
Buy one,
Ibuki.
get one free.
The killer put on a hospital gown, wore a hint bag on their head, and was only pretending to be the victim.
By that time, the real Ibuki must have already been killed.
The actual time of death must have been earlier. Probably around midnight or dawn to avoid witnesses.
If they took Ibuki from the music venue to the hospital to kill her,
I
there's
don't
no
know, it's
way
looking
it
like
happened
Mikon
during the
right now.
day.
She's the only one that really has, like, a way to do this.
But why did the killer go to the trouble of making a fake video just so Hajime could go to the crime scene?
The reason the killer made a fake video, there's only one possibility I can think of. If I examine that possibility thoroughly, then naturally the killer's identity will reveal itself.
You fiend! Are you saying you already know who the killer is?
I'm thinking it's Mikon.
You're the only one!
Yeah. Oh, that pains me.
You're the killer, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
Like I said, aren't you the killer who murdered Ibuki and Hyoko?
Killer? Huh? I'm the killer? What is this?
Hey, don't you think that's kinda impossible? A chick like her as the killer? She couldn't even kill a fly. In fact, the fly would probably kill her first.
She's right! A clumsy slowpoke like me killing someone? That's completely out of the question!
But we're the only ones. Thanks to that video, we're the only ones who have the advantage of an alibi.
An alibi? Was that the killer's goal?
Now that you mention it, you guys brought that up earlier. Only Hajime and Mikon have an alibi.
It's just a coincidence!
But you're the only one who could have filmed that video in the hospital conference room. Is that also a coincidence? At that time, you said you were going to the on-call room, but you actually went to the conference room. That's when you put on a hospital gown that you prepared in advance, put the bag on your head, and began filming. By doing that, you made up a video that showed Ibuki trying to hang herself at the music video. And showed that to me. Furthermore, I saw that video at the hospital lobby. If someone wants to go to the conference room from outside, they have to pass through the lobby.
So it's impossible that someone who wasn't already in the hospital went to the conference room to film.
Not only that, the others in the hospital, Akane and I, were both delirious from the despair disease.
So that must mean...
Wait a second! What are you saying? I'm the killer?
Oh, this pains me.
Impossible! There's no way I could kill someone!
It's not literally impossible. Can't you give a better defense than that?
Just shows she can't even do that.
Hey, you sure this chick is really the killer?
Wrong! It's totally wrong! It's not what you think!
Just like Akane said, it is really hard to tie it all together. I mean, Mikon is the
I
killer?
just realized the food guy's got a... Instead of an axe, he's got a knife and a fork.
I agree. It is truly difficult to believe someone could be killed by such a slow-witted woman.
That slow-witted remark is not necessary.
been like this for a long time. In a tournament for social punching bags, I'd easily win first place with my soft reputation. Even I can't deny that. How many times do I have to tell you? It's impossible for me to kill someone. I'm serious. Very serious.
What do you say, Haji?
Do you still believe?
Do you hate me that much, Hajime?
Hey, Hajime!
Can you hold on a minute? Well, I know I'm being intrusive and all, and I mean, I have no place to say that. I missed all of the critical parts, and I doubt I have anything.
What are you saying?
But still, there's definitely no way I can overlook the kill this time. I thought it was suspicious all along, from the very beginning. Investigating with the suspect in mind creates a different result than investigating with no leads.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
Well, thanks to that, I was able to discover a truth
Is
that
it
nobody else knows.
Buki was following orders?
Are you serious? I've been so focused on everybody else in this trial. But I guess now's a good time to say it.
You better not have kept quiet on purpose.
Actually, this is a game!
Monokuma breaking
Please
the
don't
fourth
say
wall.
such controversial statements.
Well, what do you know, Nagito?
Well, it's nothing big, really. Only a small, decisive clue that points to the killer.
Dang! That's a huge deal!
A decisive clue. Does something like that really exist?
Let's take a look, shall we? Regarding the rope Ibuki was dangling from, this rope was supplied by the supermarket, right? There weren't any ropes inside the music venue.
Again with the supermarket? That place is a hotspot for criminal goods.
If they got it at the supermarket, that means it was brand new, right?
What's wrong with that?
I want you to take a close look at this rope. And keep in mind that it's brand new.
Is it
Near
frayed?
the middle of the rope.
Oh.
It's frayed, as if it was rubbed strongly. But why is it like this? The loop Ibuki used to hang herself is on one end of the rope, and the part of the rope that hung from the baton lighting is on the other end.
Hey, you're taking too long. What's wrong with the rope being frayed?
It means, well, from what I can infer, I think the rope was used like this. The killer wrapped the rope around Ibuki's neck, pulled both ends at full strength, and strangled her. The center of the rope is frayed because that's the part they used to strangle Ibuki.
Darn. I've been listening to you for a while, and it sounds like you knew about this rope clue all along. What exactly did you say to me during the investigation?
I died by a slime and all my
Not
sharp and all
everyone
my netherite
cooperates in a
stuff is
class
gone.
trial.
Damn.
Those who lie and conceal the truth will obviously be here too. Just like this
Little
case's
slimes
killer.
can't do damage to
I
me.
was just copying them a
I'm
little
too
bit.
swag.
More importantly, what
God,
was all
I'm
that about
tired.
the rope? The killer strangled Ibuki.
Bruh.
And then
Would you
I
bruh
finished
me?
speaking.
Bruh.
How is that a
You think you're
decisive
funny,
clue?
don't you?
Huh? You didn't notice it? I thought I made the decisive clue very clear.
When have you bruhed?
What did you say?
When have you bruhed before? Never done that?
Bribed? Cried?
Bruh. You bruh.
I always
Ibuki didn't die
bruh.
from hanging.
No, you don't.
I do.
She was strangled
No,
to
you
death.
don't. Unintentionally
That's
found
basically the same
diamonds, let's
thing.
go.
Though hanging and strangling seem
get a
similar,
pog in
they're
the
very
chat.
different. The scars they leave would look different too.
No?
Scars?
What do you mean
mean
now?
the rope burn, right?
Well, I said, can we
But
get a
we
pog in the
believed it
chat?
was
You
from
didn't
a
say
hanging.
anything.
Why would that be?
That wasn't really poggers
Did
of
we
you,
fall for someone's lie?
if I'm being completely
The body
honest.
at the crime scene was hanged, you know. Obviously,
But
we'd
that's
assume it was a
okay,
hanging.
it's fact is,
The Monokuma
I
file
don't
complicates this
fail
too.
in all my classes.
It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
Except not really.
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
What?
She was strangled to death.
Is it fair?
That's basically the same thing.
No, I said okay.
Though hanging and strangling
Okay,
seem
what?
similar, they're very different.
Because I'm trying to focus on this trial
Scars they
child.
leave would look different too.
Man.
Scars?
Man.
Here, motherfucker. Talk to me like that one more time and see what's gonna happen to you.
Man.
Did we fall for someone's
Talk to me
lie?
like that one more time, young man.
The body at the crime
I dare
scene
you.
was hanged, you know.
I will make sure I send you to military
Obviously,
school.
we'd assume it was a hanging.
The Monokuma file complicates this too. It never specified hanging or strangulation.
Whoever misunderstood is to blame.
What?
I'm trying to figure this out and I'm not coming up with
Am I not
anything.
helping you because I'm being loud?
Oh, you're not really being loud.
Huh?
What? Oh my god, kid, you're so dumb. I can't believe
I'm not
you.
even talking to you.
Exactly. You just said huh, and then that was it.
I was
That
talking to my
that's
dad, dipshit.
Nope.
You mean no?
Nope.
No what?
Ibuki didn't die from hanging.
You wanna
She
go?
was strangled to death.
That's basically the same thing.
You're kind of making it seem like you wanna.
Though hanging and
fight
strangling
right now.
seem similar, they're very different.
Go, motherfucker.
The scars they leave would look different too.
That's really
Scars? You mean the rope burn, right?
agreement.
But we believed it was from a hanging. Why would that be?
I'm just gonna go for whatever.
Did we fall for someone's lie?
Oh, that was right.
Must be it.
Yay!
That must
Happy
be it.
for you, man.
Thank you. I got it right. Let's go.
So that's what happened.
Yay!
We've
Yay.
been falling for the killer's lie this whole time.
Don't you open up the... Can I help you?
You said
Don't
Ibuki
you
hanged
open
herself.
up that
But that was a
window.
complete lie, wasn't it, Mikon?
That is...
You told us the wrong cause of death. You lied, didn't you? You should have been able to tell the
Wait, I just realized, isn't there coal
hanging
here?
and strangling.
Dude, there's like a
Just by the
stack
look.
of coal here. What am I doing mining for coal?
The ultimate nurse.
It was like your fault. Lack of communication.
I'm not a coroner, so I don't have the medical knowledge to identify
That
injuries
kind of
like
makes
that.
sense.
That's why
We can have.
it's not my fault if I made a mistake.
We can have nice things, Les.
You were right.
No, we can't.
And
We can.
you have been a great help
We
to us
can't
so
because of your
far.
bullshit.
But even a drunk medical student can notice the difference between a hanging
Yes, we
and
can.
strangulation.
I'm not taking her side or anything,
That's
but being
alright.
clumsy and
That's
unskilled
okay.
in this
We're
area
gonna have
could
fun
lead to a
anyway.
mistake.
He's totally right.
Go.
I'm such a clumsy
Mikon nursed me till I got better. No
Crewmate.
way I'm gonna doubt her.
Don't you think her devotion to nursing is what helped her draw Ibuki to her death?
Huh?
And if not, her symptoms were still very serious and caused her to
This one
believe
doesn't
what
show his
anybody
face.
told her. It wouldn't surprise me if she willingly followed Mikon because she was nursing her.
So Mikon
Oh my god,
volunteered
dude.
to
A
nurse us?
full block
because
of
she was
coal
planning to do this all
smelted
along.
an
That's a
entire
Aren't
stack
you
of
like the
sand.
thief who suspects everyone else of being thieves?
I'm not a criminal. Mikon is. I mean, she's a killer, you know.
You've got it all wrong. Please forgive me.
I'm sorry,
My class.
but there's no way I can forgive you. I just can't forgive this
Another one
crime
there.
at all.
Forgiveness or not, we still have
No,
not
why
decided
did
if
that, but I
Mikon is
did
the
it.
killer.
I see. You guys are kind. Well, if that's the choice everyone makes, then the only thing I can do is back off, I guess. But is that really okay? Is that everyone's hope?
You're friggin' annoying! If you keep talking, I'm seriously gonna beat you up!
Just realized.
I'm
Didn't just realize from that.
really not the killer.
My harpoon name's Tesla.
There's no way.
I mean, it's a trident
capable
wooden
of
harpoon.
killing someone.
Is that really true?
Stop it already!
You know,
That's
ants have
enough!
pheromones.
I can't stop. I don't want to do
They
this either.
communicate with each
Of
other.
course I don't want to do this. But I need to do
I
this.
knew that.
You doubt your friends?
That's not it. I suspect them because I want to believe them.
What the
hell does that mean?
I don't think belief and doubt are necessarily opposites.
Huh?
I do doubt her, but I still want to believe her. Belief lies at the heart of that conflict. 'Cause if there's no room for doubt, then there's no reason to believe, is there?
Don't say deep stuff. I don't
Man.
really get it.
If you want to believe in someone, you need to overcome doubt first.
Man.
Belief without doubt is simply
One of my
a lie.
favorite characters, I think, is just the murderer.
Fine.
Who's your
Do
favorite
whatever you
character?
want.
Besides
one
me?
of them.
I won't stop you
The
anymore.
nurse girl, and she just like,
Huh? Is that all you can say?
oh no,
Ah, so in the end, it's
she's going
all
psycho.
Just a bunch of bullies, huh? Justifying
Woman,
your actions
am I
with
right?
fancy words.
She
Making
just went psycho.
excuses for why it's not really your fault. Everyone always treats me like that. Always.
What are you laughing about?
She's the one with the
I just said something that could eventually cancel your shit.
Oh, that's quite alright.
No, she just went psycho and I went women. Am I right?
Yeah, she's going psycho. Bro, she's going so psycho as a matter of fact. There's no spaces in her words anymore.
That's pretty much what you do.
What did I do?
No.
Why won't anybody forgive me?
It's acting like
No.
this your strategy now.
Exactly what you do.
This plus, to be honest, I've run
The
out
only
of
difference is that
ideas.
you're not a woman, man. So thank
How
you.
can we get you
If we don't have any clues,
See, that wasn't very
why don't we
womanly.
the same as Hajime. I don't want to doubt any of my friends, but still,
I
the
can
truth
smell
is
your
one of us
pheromones
murdered
from
two
here.
of our
Oh, I'm
friends.
sure you can, buddy. Smell them loud.
We gotta stick with this until the
How
very
do you
end.
smell
So
something
we can
loud?
finally break
Okay,
these chains.
Very loudly. They're just so loud.
Hey, Nikan, can I ask you one last thing?
Teach me
If
more.
you're not the killer, then who fabricated that
I
video
want to know how to
Hajime watched?
smell loudly. Just like I apparently know how to drink loudly too.
Yeah,
Can you prove it?
I know how you. I know that you drink your own piss, but like,
Do you have any proof
Yeah.
that I'm the one who fabricated that video? That's right! Show me
kid, I am trying to focus on this trial.
that the
And
You're
I'm
the
putting
one
all my
talking to
concentration
me.
in this.
You're the one talking to me. You're like, I know you drink your own piss, but like, and then you just stop.
Because I'm concentrating. Because
Well,
I
I'm
expected
trying
you
to-
to say
I'm try-
something back. But you
Why
sort
would I
of
say
said,
something after
uh-huh.
you said something about me
Shush.
drinking piss? Don't shush me. Focus on your stupid trial business.
I am, bro.
Is this broad really okay? She's emotionally unstable.
I'm not the killer! I never
Shit.
It seems she finally started arguing for us. But the only one who can find the hole in her argument is you, Hajime. So, I'm going to leave this to you once again. Why do you get to decide I'm the killer? Where's your proof? Please, forgive me already!
Oh. This is depressing.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Mikan clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle? Just from that dim candlelight? There's no way you you'll be able to make out her body type. So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
I'm not the killer!
We can't think of anybody else other than you who could have filmed that video.
Huh? Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different body types.
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Okay, that was a
Just
camera
from
angle.
that dim candlelight? There's no way you'd be able to make out her body type! So please forgive me already!
Hajime, pay close attention and listen well. You're the only one who can point out the killer's mistake.
We can't think of anybody else who could have filmed that.
Do you have any proof? Is the hemp bag on her head the proof? Is the hospital gown she was wearing suspicious? Or could it be the hospital slippers she had on?
Ibuki and Nikon clearly have different
Is that really your proof? You could tell her body type under the hospital gown? Just from that video? Just from that camera angle?
Yep, had a feeling.
Contradiction. Nikon, you've committed a major mistake.
Mistake?
As I said before many times, I'm the only one who saw that video.
What's wrong with that?
But I never said anything about the camera angle. So how can you say anything about the camera angle as if you saw that video yourself?
The only reason Nikon knew the camera angle Hajime had seen is because you're the person who actually filmed that video.
This is your just reward. The more desperately you argue, the deeper you dig yourself into a hole. You lied, didn't you?
Are you serious? Is it true, Mikan? Did you kill Hiyoko and Ibuki?
Forgive me!
Oh.
I was wrong. Wrong. No, that's not it at all.
That's not it?
I mean, it's impossible.
What, Mom? Yeah.
You know that hemp bag Ibuki was wearing when she died? Try remembering the tote bag instead. Ding! I totally remember now.
What the heck's wrong with her? She's getting weirder by the minute.
Psycho.
That tote bag. Isn't it the same one that girl was wearing in...
How do you know so much about that video?
Who cares about that? More importantly, did you know that bag is a limited item that was sold at the movie theater? Hajime saw it. You remember the Usami decal on it, right? Whoopsie! Don't worry about it. I remember even if you don't. Ta-da! There's no mistake that tote bag is a limited item. So don't you think it's impossible? Using one tote bag in both the conference room and the music venue at the same time? It's blatantly obvious that that's impossible. Don't you think? That's why that video isn't fabricated. And I'm not the killer. So you'll forgive me, right?
Taking your stubbornness this far.
Then you're gonna forgive me? I won't stop until you forgive me!
Man.
I'll keep explaining it until you forgive me! That bag is a limited item! That's why that crime is impossible for anyone to pull off.
This chick, has she lost it for good?
Will you forgive me? You'll forgive me, right? Isn't that right? You're obviously gonna forgive me, right? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Why only me? Please, draw on me. Can you forgive me already? Forgive me! Forgive me! Please, draw on me. Do you understand? Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. Can you forgive me already? I'll do anything you want. You're done for! Forgive me! Forgive me! Why only me? You still haven't forgiven me? I'll do anything you want. Please, draw on me! There's only one bag. It's impossible to use it in two places at the same time.
This is the end! Monokuma mentioned this earlier. Whoever bought that bag should have received another one as a bonus prize. Which means it's not impossible to use that bag in two separate places. So please, just stop making desperate excuses.
Why? Why can't you
It seems your desperate struggle is finally coming to an end.
Why does everybody always hate me? You should just forgive me already!
Nikon, it's already over. After I go over your crime from the beginning and show that you have no arguments left, please just admit it already. In the end, at least let me believe in you.
Okay. What I saw on the monitor. That's right. What did the killer do after the broadcast? The body was hidden before. Okay, that's right. Get back to normal after the stream. How was the real locker room created? I think actually this would go. Hang on. Yep. Wait, last stock? That's it. The body was hidden before. put it back to normal after destroying it. What was the real lockdown created? Oh, yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Man,
The
depressing.
key to this incident is the surveillance camera video that only I saw. That's why I'm going to start with that to unravel the knots of this crime. When I went to the hospital with Mikon this morning, I noticed a specific thing in the lobby. The incoming signal light on the surveillance monitor was blinking ahead of the scheduled time. When I switched on the monitor, what appeared on screen was a person wearing a hospital gown and a bag on their head about to hang themselves right at that moment. That surveillance camera unit was designed for two-way communication with the hospital and the music video. That's why I thought the signal originated from the music video, so I immediately headed over there. But that was the killer's trap. In truth, that video was recorded in a different place. The killer brought the music venue camera the night before and made their preparations in advance. And then, they filmed that video in the hospital conference room. By doing so, they tried to make me think the incident was happening in real time, when in fact, the crime had already been committed by them. The person in the footage wearing the bag was actually the killer acting as a fake. I didn't know that, so I went to the music venue and found the hanged body wearing a bag on its head. Seeing the body before me, I panicked and rushed out of there to get the rest of you guys. But that was also part of the killer's trap. After cleaning the conference room, the killer was likely watching the music venue from outside. And, as if they were switching places with me, they went inside the music venue and began working on their last trick. First, the killer peeled off the wallpaper covering one of the stage pillars, revealing Hiyoko's body. When I first arrived and saw the hanged body, I didn't notice anything strange about that pillar. I didn't expect it to be slightly larger from the wallpaper, or have Hiyoko's body hidden inside. Next, the killer destroyed the surveillance camera that was used in the conference room. After destroying it, they mixed it with what was left of the surveillance monitor found at the crime scene. The surveillance camera the killer used was originally brought from the music video, but when they brought it, they made sure to destroy its monitor beforehand. They wanted to hide the fact that the camera wasn't at the crime scene. In the end, the killer transformed the crime scene into a closed room. They broke one of the drumsticks from the storage room and placed it near the music venue's entrance. However, they did this to mislead us into believing that the music venue was locked from the inside. In actuality, the reason the music venue became a closed room was because of the glue. The killer sealed the door with glue and intentionally created a closed room that could be forced open. With that, the killer finished tampering with the crime scene and met up with Fuyuhiko. They helped us force open the music venue door, despite the fact that they personally sealed it. And they made us discover not just Ibuki's body, but Hyogo's suddenly present body as well. At the time, they pretended to be surprised, but inside, they were probably relieved that their plan worked out. Isn't that right, Mikon? This crime was orchestrated by you, wasn't it?
Whoa! Now she's laughing?
It's been such a long time. This feeling, I know it well. Like the floor is collapsing, like the sky is falling down upon you. This feeling of despair!
Mikon, what has happened to you?
Whoa there! Before that, a moment of your time.
B? I got 176. Huh. That's lame.
It seems your arguments have reached a conclusion. So let's proceed to our regularly scheduled voting time. Now then, please vote who will be chosen as the Blackened. Will you make the right choice or the... Let's go! Well now. Correct.
Damn it. I won't forgive you.
Hey! What's going on?
Hey!
Well, that's obvious. Hey.
What?
What?
It cannot be.
Perhaps... See? Jeez. Isn't that right? Possible.
Oh?
Huh?
What I did was for the sake of my beloved.
Huh? Huh?
Huh?
My beloved was the only one. That's right. The only one who never hated me. They forgave my existence. They forgave me and accepted me. They gave me value. They loved me. I loved them with all my heart, and they returned it in full. This is my reciprocation. It's love.
Hey.
Well. How amazing. Could it be?
This is... But... Such despair.
What?
Don't fuck with me!
Yo.
What?
Why do you sound like you're on the phone?
What is it with you, kid? Are you gonna be like my fucking
You serious?
Oh.
Hey.
This is bad.
I am Monokuma!
Hey.
Oh?
Of course not!
Oh?
That is...
What?
Oh? Well... Do you understand?
Hey.
By the time you lock it in here, they make the gun broken.
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Oh?
Yes, indeed! Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
So it's over. It's really... Now I can go to my beloved, who always forgives me. I can finally see them. Please forgive me, the one who's going to die with the hope of finally seeing you.
Let's give it everything!
I wanna play with monsters like
Oh my. What?
Let me ask.
Damn it. But... Isn't that right?
Please wait!
Damn it!
Wrong! Come on! Hmm?
You fiend.
Phew!
Hey!
Hey,
Oh, like speechless right now.
Huh? Hey! Hmm.
So just just as I thought. However...
Fine. Silence.
Right?
All right!
Like, you like want to...
Uh-oh. Unbelievable.
Hey!
No way! What's this?
Like an elementary saying.
All right!
Update section.
Hey!
Listen!
Hey, hey! Damn it!
Could it be?
Huh? What the?
Yo! I've kept you waiting. Hey, what's going on? Perhaps you don't remember my face since we haven't seen each other in a while. That's pretty sad, you know? That's too much!
Who are you?
Huh? You too? What's going on? If you're messing with me, I'll stop doing it to you.
Nekomaru? Haven't you noticed it yourself?
What do you mean, noticed? Oh, you mean this body? This is nothing! The name's Nekomaru Nidai! I've been reborn in the rivers of hell!
This is why you get banned. Like all the damn time. Exactly. Fucking I've been in this damn PlayStation.
What? I'm gonna end the stream there. My mind is just so...
I don't need to, cause it's a game.
Danganronpa.
just so gone. I'm at a complete loss right now. I'm at a complete loss right now. Thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know.